Very good evening to you, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching us from. But it's a good evening to you here from Accra, Ghana, West Africa, where we bring to you the Power Impact Series show, proudly brought to you by the African Seasoned Speakers Network, where we influencing the next generation of Africans. So today, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about something on our branding and fakeness and all that on social media. And we have an expert in the house to help us do that. So please, if you just join us, get to the chat area, let me know who is online with me, let me know where you are joining us from, just let me know the energy in the house, and then we'll kickstart from that side. And also you can share the link, share the page, let others also join, let people come in, and let's all come together and build this whole thing together, because I have a wonderful guest in-house where you will love to listen to over and over and over again. So I'm just going to go for my first commercial break. Right after the commercial break, I introduce to you our guest for today and the topic for discussion today. So don't go anywhere. Share the link, share the page, let others also join for this conversation.
Need a spark to kickstart your innovation? Looking for thought and talks to get things moving? Wondering how to navigate a future full of change and uncertainty? With the eye-opening stories of digital disruption, extreme customer centricity, organizational innovation, and global shift, our collective of speakers, MCs, and moderators will shift your perspective. Meet our speakers. For booking and interviews, contact us on 0246 054092 or send us a mail info.accessnet@gmail.com. You can also follow us on all social media channels at AccessNet Global, African Seasoned Speakers Network, influencing the next generation of Africans.
Influencing the next generation of Africans, that's what we seek to do, and that's what we are doing. And for that matter, any young person who falls within that bracket of young person, wherever you are, we influencing our next generation. So whatever you have doing, we're here. We have the platform to help you bring it on board. Let's push it all across for you. Let's send the message across. Let others also benefit from what you're doing, and then what we can also do for you. So a few minutes ago, we heard from Jermaine Entry. Yeah, the 13-year-old software engineer from Ghana. And he blew our minds. I told you that. We are going to be blown away also by the speaker, because the speaker, he's been here before. But today, or on this episode, he's taking us to a different level, which I know you want to listen to over and over and over and over and over and over again. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome onto the Power Impact Series show today, the social media strategist, no other person than Frank Addo. That's it. That's the man. That's the man.
Yeah, that's bad. Like a boom.
Pressure. Something small.
I do.
No pressure. Frank, how you doing? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah. It's always good to have you. It's always good to hear from you, because this man keeps blowing our minds always, anytime, any day, man.
We keep learning and hustling, bro.
I feel that. Yeah, viewers, yes. Welcome to the Power Impact Series show. We're here today with Frank. Frank was on the platform last year. I think he came almost 2 to 3 times last year, and it was all back to back, and it was insightful. Anytime Frank mounts the stage, he just spills out good nuggets upon nuggets, and I think one of our viewers was like, "Wow, I'll need to relook at my Facebook account again." I was like, "Yo, really, you need to." He said, "No. That the guy is something else." These are simple things that we ignore. But when he started emphasizing the need for some of these things, it just blew my mind off. I think, especially, he was talking about more or less like you doing an audit. I think that really hit a lot of people. You doing an audit, and then there are some things that you posted some years back. Man, your brand today doesn't deserve those posts. but they're still having them there. And you have people doing doxing. They go back and dig for all this. Man,
That's
man, man.
crazy, bro.
That conversation was something else. That conversation was something else. So we want to appreciate you. Thank you for those nuggets you shared with us, and we see the benefit, and we see the results. I mean, people are making good use of it now, and then it's like a constant thing. People are conscious of what they are posting, what they are putting there, and then building up on their brand. But yeah, what have you been up to? I mean, we are almost in the seventh. I mean, when this week is over, we are almost in the seventh month of the year. What have you been up to, man?
Ah, the normal life. Like I said, the hustle continues. I'll be party here up and there, but I mean, um, once there is life, there is hope, as they say, and so we
Right,
keep moving towards our goals.
right,
Step by step.
right. Step by step. Once there's life, there's hope. We keep moving on. I mean, the hustling continues unabated. We keep moving. We're not stopping. Every day, every time, no stopping. Yeah, thank you so much. Right. So we're here with Frank, and then today we're going to look at another twist to our previous presentation with Frank.
Yeah.
Sometimes people really confuses this. We kind of don't know. Is it that people are flaunting their stuff on social media? Is it their real life? Or is it fake lifestyle that they are putting out there? The pressure is too much. Charlie, pressure, pressure, pressure. Is it pressure, or is it real life that they are exhibiting on social media pages? I mean, sometimes you really don't really know which one is it. Is it all part of branding? What is it all about? We are here today with Frank, and we are going to look at this topic: steps to build your personal brand on social media, knowing the difference between brands and fake life on the internet. I mean, when this topic hits you, what comes to mind, Frank?
All right. So, thanks for the opportunity once again. I remember I was here to share about how to build your profile on social media, and
Right.
I'm glad I'm here today again to speak about branding. And when I talk about branding, of course, I mean, social media is not the only way to establish your brand, but then it is a huge um it plays a huge role in our lives when it in terms of social media, because everything is now digital, and people consume a lot of stuff on the internet than face to face. And so it's important you brand yourself to suit a particular trend or structure you want to be in or want to be known for. And so building and maintaining a personal brand is very important, and it's like a job. And so for many professions, it's just not like you being a presenter, and so you need a brand. Every other person need a brand, from a carpenter, from any kind of job you do, a lawyer, designer, blogger. You need that personal brand on the internet or on the social media to excite a lot of new opportunities that may come your way, which you may overlook, because we get to know a lot of great personalities on the internet, because just few of us that goes out. So it's important you brand yourself very well, and the best way. So today I just want to share with you some of the few steps building a brand. Now you have to understand what you stand for and how you want to build that brand. So you need pen and paper to pen down what actually you want your image to look like on the internet. And so that is going to inform you saying to know how to shape it. It's just like going to school and knowing the course you want to read. So you have to know the course first, and then you're going to alert you the subjects that are under that course and how you want to learn and achieve them, getting all your grades. So that is just the basic about it. First thing you have to do is to get your profiles in order. I spoke about this the last time, and it's still very important. Add a professional, up-to-date photo to your social media profiles using the same photo across different platforms, and you have to ensure consistency. And then you have to clean up and delete any content that you wouldn't want potential employers or clients to see. Just like you spoke, you talk about it earlier. I mean, I've thought, regarding deleting things that you don't want your brand to see. It's not like being pride or having pride or trying to make a point, but it's going to damage your image. You every now and then, when issues happen, you see people going back to dig into your past that are not even relevant to the topic happening now. But that is just social media for you. They're going to use it to bring you down. And so it's important you do your auditing now before it's too late. Because people will surely want to know how you started, what you were saying, and what you are standing for today. And there are things that we post. Some of us were eating Gary before we posted it, so we're not thinking. And today is going to affect your brand. And so you have to go back and revisit that, post you've done over the years to, just have a touch and edit it, So that is number one. Number two is you should be yourself. While you want to, cultivate professional brand, it is important that you know your personality and shine through your social media your posts. So I know you as an MC, and so the post you normally make is related to public speaking, or so I'm able to identify you by that brand. And so should any topic that comes online for me to see, or let's say there's a news flying about MC, I can quickly go to your page and know like what is trending, because definitely you're going to speak about it. Now let's take this is not part of what we are discussing though, but where was it yesterday? The Nigeria guy Adesiwa and what's the name? The Blanky marital issue that was trending. Now there were two things I identified. Number one was from the person who posted it, which is Gislava. I'm not trying to promote him here, but the purpose of this conversation. Now, if you realize, everybody pick up the news because the young man as a blogger has built up a credential, a good credential. So this is like a third point I'm talking about, being authentic and credible. And so people believe the news. And so it was carried all over. Now today, the couples come back to say it's not true. So what happens? You realize that brand is going to sink, because when you call everybody, all the ladies were like, this lover doesn't lie, this guy doesn't lie, whatever he says is true.
It's true.
Why is everybody believing in him? Because he has built that brand over a period of time. So once is there, they believe him. That credibility and authenticity is very important. It's there for him. And so later when the issue came out, like, okay, this guy, your brand is going to start sinking now, because people will have to draw the line, the 50-50. So now we have to verify the information you post, because now we can't trust you again. That is another thing. So when you are building your brand, it has to be credible. And people should look up to you, that once it's from this guy, it is credible, it is true, we can trust this this point, we can work with this, whatever you are giving us, instructions you are giving us. So you have to build a credible brand as well. You have to share what you are learning. This is where a lot of people become a bit greedy. Just like what you are doing, you are sharing with people what you are doing yourself and putting people on a platform to understand what you do. So as a brand, you are a teacher, you are a lawyer, you are a blogger. It is important to show people the way, what you are doing, something that is very impactful. Okay, so I am an MC. This is how I got here. And these are the steps I've done over the years. I have changed it and I've adapted to new ones that is working now, because it's a digital world and we keep upgrading every blessed day, just like an iPhone or any other phone brand. And so you share in what you do in the industry for people to understand what you do. That's after building your brand. So we know you as an MC, we know you as a blogger, we know you as a lawyer. And so you are going to share with us, and people who aspire to become like you can learn from you. And that is how people can know what is happening on that field, being knowledgeable about it. Of course, we can't read everything on the internet. Sometimes we need practicality. We need people on the field to share with us, what they have been going through. So we're going to learn from your brand. And so it's important, once you establish your brand, please share with us what you've been doing over the years and how you got there. That is another thing. Another thing you can also do to have a good brand on social media is to join industry groups on social media platforms. There are several of them. This is a page, but I'm sure you may have a group. People have to join. There are thousands of groups that are on social media. Now, when you join this group, when there are topics, you have to engage on this post. So this is a topic trending. We take whatever was trending yesterday, or I'm not even else, whatever is trending. You get to realize that everybody is picking parts of the book. So there are some people talking about the legal aspect because that's their brand, that's what they know. There are some people also talking about the entertainment part. There are some people also talking about parenting side, counselors.
Right.
So because that is your brand and that topic is on fire, you have to talk about it. Of course, it's not every issue you have to talk about. It's not necessary. We don't have to hear your voice on every topic. But where you realize that this topic, I can say something because it's my field and my opinion will be much better, you write about it, and it's as simple as that. All right. So when you join groups and they post, just engage them, comment them. For all you know, you are inspiring a lot of people with just that comment. You are giving an assurance to someone. You are educating someone. And so it's important that you join these groups and then you comment. That's another thing. Another thing I want to also talk about is be generous with your time and knowledge. Be helpful to other online by responding to questions and comments, generally engaging them on your brand. And so there are sometimes, we know most of our celebs, in quotes, credible celebs. So Stoneboy, people that are relevant in the industry from entertainment, politics. Once in a while, when they post, they respond to at least few comments. For the first people who comment, because they are busy, we all know that, in as much as they have social media managers, but then they don't respond to every comment. But it's important you respond to some of these comments on your platform as a brand. It helps them understand that you cherish them and you love them for who they are, and you understand, your audience. That's it. Make new contacts often. Especially on LinkedIn. That's the itch now. Like, really is one of the professional platforms you can ever have. So LinkedIn, you can also make contacts on everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, and all that. Just make sure that you identify people that are connected to your brand. And so I'm an MC. I have to connect with people that are connected to my brand, from Cafe Day to guys that are in the MC field. So I'm a blogger. I have to connect to it. Listen, people feel bossy to contact these people, but trust me, it's a big world. Trust me, the sky is very big for everybody. I'm saying this because the most followed person on the internet right now is Cristiano Ronaldo, and still we are many than the number of people following him right now. So it tells you that there is space for you as little as you are, and so you can learn from these people. And then just get some inspiration from them. Get their content. If you have to pay them to be on your show, just do it. It's all part of the branding. Sure. This program you are doing, bringing people on the platform, is all part of your branding to your organization. And so you are connecting people all over the world, from Africa to everywhere. And it's just lovely. A lot of people that are looking up to you that I wish I have an Indian contact. I wish that is it. But they don't know how you've gotten all these contacts. Of course, you can't tell me that all these people and I have not met you personally till now. We met on social media, master. So you connect with people on social media. There are bad people there, but it's your duty to know the brand you have. If you know the brand you have, you'll be able to connect the right people. And so where you don't know your brand, it's going to be very difficult for you to connect with the right people. And so that is why it's important to know your brand. And another thing you can also do as a brand to get to know what you are doing is to create quick posts Now Twitter has made it very easy. You can create a poll and have possible answers that people just vote. You can create a post. Okay, hi guys. So far from January to December, from January to July, June, how have my show been? What can you say about my show? What we are doing now? It's a poll you've created. People are going to talk about it. And that information is going to inform you as in what to do on your brand, or what to adjust to, or what people are expecting you to do more.
Right.
All right. So that is another one to build your brand, getting another perspective from your audience. That is just one. And then the next one is you should post quality photos and videos from your work life. I mean, you have done that several times. I've seen video, I've seen you pictures, MC, and all that. And so it is okay to post pictures or about your work, where you are, your office. You can post. It's okay because people love visual content. And so if you are at work, conference, attending any kind of program, you can post. But anyway, for security reasons, currently, you can leave the program before posting. But for some of us that we are okay, I mean, we don't mind anybody's business. We believe we are protected by God and we are okay. We can post. The reason being that there are people that may be under that program or close to that program and want to meet you face to face. And so it's a bit dicey. It all depends on your personality. So if you are your security is okay, you can post immediately at where you are. If you are not okay, I mean, an hour after the program, you can post. That's also okay. I mean, and you see people comment, you were here, I didn't know. And that's how, you know. So the next, and then the last thing I want to talk about, if you really want to, I mean, establish your expertise, then you might have to consider writing longer posts or articles. And so get to write on your brand, like articles that are related to a particular trending topic. It shouldn't be always about trends, because you may not have your opinion on all trends, but you can wake up one day and just write a long article about how to have a good social life, or how to develop a prayerful life, or how to become a good MC, or how to take your personal development serious. Any topic that will benefit your audience. And so we're going to give us steps, right? And so if you really want to, I mean, build your brand, you should look at, writing longer posts. You can also write short posts that are very unique, that, I mean, you are going straight to the point, but sometimes it's advisable you write, I mean, long posts, and use the cross-platform tools. When I say cross-platform tools, they are tools that help you to, I mean, schedule your posts when you are busy, like Hootsuite. We have another one too that is there that monitors other people's platforms for you. So there are a lot of tools you can look at and then make good use of them. And you can stream on multiple platforms. And when you post, it goes to all, channels. So that is another thing you can also try if you are a busy type. So basically, these are the things I just want to share with you, how to, build a good brand and be consistent with your brand. Like I always say, you have to post at least twice in a week. It's important because we always want to hear from you. And when you start writing long posts, people will now want to hear from you every now and then, because people take your write out very serious. And so, it is work. Building a brand is work. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all, I must say. Yeah.
Building a brand is work. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Right. So, I think there's a first question in there for you. Let me try and see if I can push it. Is it necessary to have your brand on all social media platforms?
No, not at all. Just know your niche and what you are good at. If you take me, for instance, you will not see me active on Instagram. I think I even created, Twitter page just recently. Facebook is my niche, so that's what I focus on. So it's not necessary. You won't see everybody on every platform. So just take what you are okay with and what works for you and build on it. All right, that's it. You don't have to be everywhere.
No, okay. Because sometimes people move because say there's a lot of things happening on IG. And you are not there. Why are you? I mean, you should be there.
And so there again, that is where I stated earlier that you have to know your brand and get to understand all the platforms. When you take Instagram, for example, Instagram is more of videos, and so we are looking at people who do fashion, those who do more of advertisement, on social media using that channel of video. Of late, reels are trending, and so for me, it's not for me because I don't have time doing those videos. So you have to identify your brand. If you are a writer, Twitter and Facebook or LinkedIn should be your targets, because these people write, especially on Twitter. And then it's quite sad that on Twitter, especially in the Ghana space, sorry, but on in other countries, Twitter is the itch. Like, people go there to even learn skills. And so Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn is a big deal for those who like writing. But if you are someone who is into more of videos, you can go to Instagram and TikTok. These platforms are there for you. So you have to identify your brand and what your brand stands for and what they are in connection with, and to use the right platforms.
So, joining professional or industry groups, as one of your points that you share, is it necessary to be in your field? Maybe, as you said, you are into IT, so you only join all the IT industry groups on the platform you are. Is it that you can get to other areas as well, or you should be soaked in that industry alone because you're trying to build a brand there, then you want to be identified as such? So maybe when there is a fashion group and then an IT person goes in there, isn't going to be some like awkward, you are not accepted here. So should you have that leverage to be in other groups, or just your specified zone?
Of course, you can be everywhere. It's a free internet, a free world.
Right.
But all I'm saying is that when you know that I'm an IT guy, of course, my top groups should be an IT group. Other groups will be because I need followers to know what I am doing in my brand.
Okay.
And so I'm an MC, but I have groups that I'm joining that are related to my MC job. However, I can go and comment on every trending topic. It can be emoji, it can be laughter, it can be memes. All I'm doing is just to know people recognize me, that I'm also there. I'm a brand, I'm a person. Follow me. That is the basic. But
Okay.
you can join every group. But because you are a brand, make sure whatever you write makes sense. Like,
Right.
you are contributing, they can post something. Okay, what do you think about adulthood? Of course, it's not related to MC or IT field, but you are also an adult.
Right.
You are a human, so you can talk about something. You write about it. So it's not really about, joining all groups, but it's really the content you put under those posts or those content that are being posted.
Okay, that's good. And knowing the difference between the brand and then a fake life. So sometimes it gets confusing in here because this is my brand and this is what I do. So, okay, I go for a program and then I meet some important person. I take a shot with the person. I speak with the person. I want to post this picture we took at this event on my page, and it gives you the go ahead, post it. Now you post it there, and then now the comments or the people that are following you are like, you are just buying pressure for us from our part of the world. Like, is this your real life? Or you want to keep up with some kind of life on your page and then you term it as brand, which is not really who you are? What is that difference in there?
All right, so I get your question. Now, this is it. I'm going to use myself as an example here. There was a point of my time during my journalism, whatever internship I was doing with Joy. I was everywhere. And so you were taking pictures with celebs, and everybody would feel like, Charlie, this guy is doing well. This guy. But inside me, I was like, Charlie, I'm the seater. So I cooled down, like, no, this is not me. And I stopped. So, well, like I was saying, for instance, you have built this brand. We know what you do. So I wouldn't see your picture and say this is fake, that you are with Mark Zuckerberg as at a conference or anywhere in the part of the world, because this is what you do. All right. Now the difference is there are people also that every conference they want to be there to just take a picture and post. Now this is where I find it difficult to understand some of these people. And so you've posted a picture with, let's say, Mark Zuckerberg. That's my boss. He keep restricting me, but I love him. And then there are questions that people want to reach through you to that person.
Okay.
All right. And you are able to mitigate that, question, or probably the line, how they want to get to Mark. Because for every program we go, you are an MC, so you know what I'm talking about. You can't just take a picture with a personality. You get to get a number.
Right.
And how do
Right.
personality give their number? You have to be doing something in their field. And so a journalist has almost every entertainment personality's number, because that is what they do.
Right.
And so if you're an MC, you go and post picture that probably you don't have contact and there's nothing to prove that this is your friend we can reach out to, then there's a problem. We're going to look at you like, okay, you're just trying to impress us on social media by just posting pictures. Because
Right.
the person you are posing with is a top brand, and so you are going to trend on that picture. But what goes what is beyond the so-called trend or likes and love on the picture?
Right.
So these are some of the things this another one aspect you can get to know that, okay, this person is fake or this person is real. And because, like you said, you posted and you are giving pressure, people tend to copy what you are doing. And so there is always a difference between the fake and the original. This is just one I was speaking about, that how can we get to this personality you've posed with and we can get through. And so what's the point?
We need to get to this person. So I got Frank, the guy you took the picture with. Charlie, I'm having a big deal and project. I need to speak with him. Is there a way you can connect me to this person? And then the answer is, I just took a
No,
picture with
I
him. Oh.
can you imagine such a silly answer to give, because even if you are in a hurry and you are not able to get that contact, there are cards they will give you. You
Right.
can even communicate backstage on the social media when you get home, and they will respond because you have a
Yeah,
picture
I
or
met you.
proof to show.
Yeah.
But if you just like it's just for fun, really, really,
They're doing it to get followers. Then they now build a brand.
it doesn't work from that
People are
way.
now going that way. So they want to do certain things, go viral, they get followers, and then what next? They're now thinking of what to do with that huge number of following.
Fame has become one powerful drug that everybody wants to be famous, and because of that, the strife in fake lives keeps growing. I know someone who lives from borrowing money to borrowing money just to pay. You borrow from Kofi and go and pay Ama will give again. That's how he lives. And then he rents cars, post picture, and looks good on social media, and people are all over. And then I asked myself, okay, so one day if I should ask you that, hey bro, can you give me your car? I want to go to this. Can you pick me up for us to go for this program or to do this business? Then you start giving excuses or excuses. Then I get to know that, hey, you are not. So it's really easy to identify these people, some of these things. So for me, for someone to say that you have been, of course, influencers are there to influence us, but it's
Right.
important that you also get to know really who you are following, or who you want to learn from. There are some of them that really they are not doing the right way, so it's neither here or there. So there's someone who is doing it fake, and you are trying to do it real, and you're going to
Real.
struggle because the person doing is not going through the right procedure or the right process. And so, for me, it's all about identifying yourself. And
Right.
so, once you identify yourself and you know what you're about on the internet, these things will not influence you. It's very simple as that. So, for someone to say that you follow this person and he was this, we can only give you, we can only inspire you, but we are not saying you should become like us because you don't know what we go through unless we share with you what we go through. And so that's just about it.
So it's just purely being yourself and
Of
building
course.
the brand that you have.
Of course, because if you are not being yourself and you build something that is not yours into school, it's going to collapse, and you can't sustain it. You see, this program you are doing, I can't copy it, bro. I can't get speakers every week. How am I going to do it? Because this is a program you've designed over the years. It was pen and paper on book. There are monies you may even be spending. We don't know. There are a lot that goes into this. So you can't just wake up and create YouTube page or create this thing and start speaking. It doesn't work that way. You really have to take your time and identify your brand. If it's something good, of course, it's something good you are doing and the person wants to learn from you, then you have to really go through the process. You can't just jump and start imitating the person that way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's going to collapse on the way.
Right. It's going to collapse on the way. Right. So Mackenzie, I say greetings to you, Frank. Yeah. Let us keep flowing.
A great producer.
Let's keep coming. Let's keep coming. Yeah, because yes, when Frank comes in, we are always on the social media and we're talking about social media stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So what about those you were talking about the brand and then actually keeping your brand so well on social media page. What are these people? I mean, they are doing good stuff, but they are always kind of, it's not their real face that they are showing. You get the pages and you don't even have anything of the person that it's this person. How is that brand being built? Is it that they don't want to be identified with the brand, or they just want whatever they are doing, the product or service, to go, but personally they don't want to be involved in it? So you see someone send you a friend request and it's a flower, it is a lizard, or it's a leopard and a book. What influences these things, and how should people approach such requests and such things that I mean, you see them running all over social media?
Wow. I get this question over again in terms of
It is
accepting friend
happening.
requests and how to follow. So I think your question is 3 in 1. Let me address the first one. I mean, getting to accept friend requests or follow someone, it is basic. Go through their walls. Their walls are going to inform you what they've been posting over the years. So if you want, you can take your time and go through it for at least to the last and maybe in March, to get to the trends or what the person post, what the person is about, what the brand about. So there's someone who is always there constantly just criticizing people. So they wouldn't want to put their picture there. I call these people hypocrites, or let me say cowards. Yeah. So they don't want to put their picture there, but you see that this person always insult a particular personality, and so that's the trend. So it is over to you to follow such a person or not.
Okay.
Now, the second one, you spoke about has to do with the fact that people building a brand without showing their face. That one too is there. You get to some pages and like motivational trend and like WhatsApp platform, what is trending now, like those kind of pages. They are there just to capitalize on what is already trending to post. And so they pick content from other people to post on their page for their followers to see. And those who do it rightfully are even, they give credit to where they pick those content from. There are people on YouTube that they've never showed their face, but they are making money. They just post motivational messages and do editing and put pictures on it, slow motion, and that's what they are doing. It's a brand. It's a brand they built for themselves. They may not be using their name directly, but that's also their brand. They are there to motivate you. They are there to talk about how to get a good camera or whatever. That's just what they are there to do. And so not every brand has to say show their face, but for branding purposes of getting employment and getting things done, gigs. These days you may have to show your face, because it's not like here it's like you are trying to build an influence. So a company cannot come to someone who doesn't show their face for you to become a brand influencer or a brand ambassador to us. We are going to use your face. Your face is not there. How do we give you that contract? And so if you are building a personal brand, then you have to surely show your face. But if it is something you are just doing, social media brand, where you just want to educate people without showing your face, you just want to encourage people, you just want to tell people what is trending every day, it's okay. It's your business. That becomes a business. We don't care whether you show your face or not. It's a business. As far as I come to your page to consume that particular content before going to work, or anytime I need a solution, I can quickly go to your page to get to know that, okay, ABCD, I can do quick and fix my problem. I don't have any issue with you, because that's your business. It's a business. But whereas you are doing a personal brand, then you have to show your face and tell us what you are doing. So because that is how the opportunities are going to, get through, in order you come wherever you want to. So that's just about it.
Right, so that's just about it. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. We're here with Frank Addo, and we're talking about branding on social media. I mean, trying to draw a line between your real brand and the fake lifestyle that you put on social media. And he's shared with us some 6 points already. So if you are now joining us, don't worry, when we are show is done, you can go start from the beginning of the show and get all the pointers that he has raised with us, having the credible brand on your social media handle, and then the brand that people follows and knows what particularly you are about or you are into, so that everything relating to that service or product, you are the first point of call, and then they come to you for that. And then also making sure that you have generous time, generous time to respond to. So it's a must. It's a must that after you've created that huge army of followers, that's some of the fear people share, that I don't want to be posting constantly because I can't be following up on comments, and that hurts because I have this huge following, and anytime I post, I get almost half of the followers commenting, and some of these comments demand a response, and I'm not able to do that. So then, let me just stop the posting, and then let me just be there.
One other thing you can also do as a brand, let's say Rihanna, big time brands, is like you can pin an appreciation post. So okay guys, thank you very much for your comment. I am very grateful and I appreciate each and everyone's comment, but it's unfortunate that maybe I can't respond to everybody. And maybe you just give reaction to all of them, and that's it. It's still
Okay, okay.
responding to,
There's a
I
touch.
mean, these people. I'm not saying that you should, I mean, respond to each and every comment. I mean, if you have the time, why not? And it's all about you, the brand you've built for yourself. So for the purpose of this
Okay.
conversation, there's this guy on the Nana T. I'm sure a lot of people know him in Ghana. This guy is real, that even if you give him 2 cities, you go and post that you give him 2 cities. So he's just that transparent, that that's his brand. This is what he's known for. So a lot of people know him like that. There's Abena Mani
Right.
Kokami. There's people that are doing great content online that are authentic and credible. I mean,
Right.
without trying to live fake life, make it look like everything you give him, even if he doesn't have a car, you can't post it. So it's very, transparent. So you get to such people, using them as your brand influencer or brand ambassador is very easy. And I think I'll be getting a lot of gigs visiting, I mean, big places. And so it all depends on you. It all boils down to your brand and what you want to be known for. And so, I mean, that's just it. Yeah.
That's just it. I mean, it's brand. What you want to be known for, build it up, and let's move it there. Let's get to the comment section area. And if you have any questions for Frank, we are ready for that, and we are ready to receive any questions you have for Frank based on the topic that we have been discussing or talking about, looking at steps to build your personal brand on social media. And he stated earlier on that it's not only on social media that you can build your brand. But for the purposes of this conversation, we're looking at social media and the brand you are building. And then you know the difference between the brands and then the fake life. The fake life you put in there. You're getting all the followers. Okay. After getting all the followers, what next? Then there's this notion or this kind of trick that people do bring on board, that they will have to make all that they need to make to get all the followers, and then they will become
No, no,
influencers.
no, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. Um, Tomorrow I will be speaking to one university. I'm going to talk about that. It takes just a post for you to become known everywhere. And
Right.
so if you look at my Facebook now, it's being restricted. My posts are not shown to everybody. So it's something I'm really battling with. But I didn't give up. I still post. Even if it is 5 likes, I still post because that consistency has to be there. You have to be intentional about social media. And so, I mean, some of these things may discourage you that, okay, you don't have huge followers, so you don't want to post. But really, all those people you see, it was just one post that they make, and everybody was sharing, and that's how they got their followers. And so you
Right.
you don't have to give up. You have to be posting every day, because you don't know what will trend. You don't know what people will share. And so for that, I mean, whoever that is going through that, I would just advise you that, I mean, you shouldn't look up to that. Just be yourself and be consistent about it. You have to be intentional about social media. It is work. It is work. Content creating is work. It's even a job now. Everybody is hiring people on it because it comes with its own wahala. So it's important you really understand that this is what you want to do. If you are there to just have fun and not have a brand, then of course you can be on the internet, know what is going on, the news, follow every news and comments, have fun. But whereas you like where you want to, like, if you really want to build a brand, then you get to be serious about it. Really, it's not a joke.
If you really want to build a brand, you need to get serious about it. Then that's straight away from there. We'll just take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll run up with Frank. And then if you have any questions for him, kindly post it now for him. This is the time to get to Frank. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly.
Need a spark to kickstart your innovation? Looking for thought and talks to get things moving? Wondering how to navigate a future full of change and uncertainty? With the eye-opening stories of digital disruption, extreme customer centricity, organizational innovation, and global shift, our collective of speakers, MCs, and moderators will shift your perspective. Meet our speakers. For booking and interviews, contact us on 0246 054092 or send us a mail info.accessnet@gmail.com. You can also follow us on all social media channels at AccessNet Global, African Seasoned Speakers Network, influencing the next generation of Africans.
Surely we're influencing the next generation of Africans, and that's what we stand for, and that's what we're doing. And then we're doing that with Frank Addo here, and he's shared with us some meaningful steps and points to keeping a positive brand on your social media page. Yes, I've seen this question. It's been answered already. I mean, I think this question keeps coming almost every time. Do you have to? I mean, as building a brand, do you have to be on all the social platforms? No.
No,
He
no,
just
no, no,
said,
no, no.
look at where best it for you.
Yeah, your niche is, and where you get your audience from. Once you establish that, so if you are new, you're going to be on all platforms and see which one works for you, and then the brands that like what you want to really do with your brand, then you just pick one or two and build on it. But for the purpose of this, because I know your producer manages social media platforms, so those who
Right.
are social media managers, you can have your personal page on one, but then you have to study all the platforms and how it works. Because if I'm going to hire you as my social media manager for a company, companies are everywhere. They are on every platform. So you have to get to know how these platforms work. And because that's what you'll be managing. So you have to get to know all of them. And now social media managing job goes beyond just posting and responding to comments. Now you have to know how to edit, you have to know how to do photography, you have to know how your writing skills, as in what to post, and it's a whole lot now it goes beyond just posting and comments. So for, let's say, what you are doing right now, if you have a social media manager, the person is taking picture at the same time, taking points on where to post, like which one will trend, which one makes sense, which one, like well, all conversation makes sense, but which one that's like a huge point, a strong
Selling
point.
points
Just
most.
like
Yeah.
I am not in Vornell's book that is there. There are a lot of things in the book, but we are all talking about Sarkodie. So you
Right.
have to look at the points that that is going to trend. We get viewers talking about.
Right.
So social media job now is very difficult. You have to learn a lot of skills. So for those of you that you want to be a social media manager, you want to do it as a full-time job, then you may have to be on every platform to study how it works and also learn those editing skills. You don't have to go to school to learn editing. You can learn them on YouTube or everywhere. These skills are there. Even there are a lot of apps making it very easy. Canvas and all that, they are already created. So you just have to. It's all about being smart. That's the word,
Being smart is all that you need to do, and then get it out there. Let people start talking. Be smart. Take all that you need to do and let them talk as you finish it up. All right, so we want to take a final words from Frank, and then we'll bring it to an end. Yeah. So the final words for us for today's episode.
Well, from the for the purpose of this conversation, my final word will have to be that building brand is really difficult. It's not about just saying by the grace of God or it's going to work. You have to really have structure for it, because it really can be very frustrating. Because as we speak, my social media is really, like Facebook is really frustrating with restrictions. And so if you are somebody who doesn't have that heart spirit, you give up. And so you have to be very strong, and also you have to get to know what you want to really talk about. Do you want to be a critic? Like if you take Bongo, I guess, for example, that's what he does. So you have to look at what you want to do. Is it the positive trends you just want to talk about, or you want to ride on negative news to get your followers and to get your brand? It all depends on you, because no brand will want to trend on the negative news, become a brand influencer to my company. That's impossible. And so you have to really look at what you really want to do on the internet and what you stand for. So that's number one. And for those that feel a bit down because the algorithm now is becoming very difficult, both on all social media platforms. I think TikTok is the one that is really good now. We get to get followers quick with a video or something, but Facebook has tightened its algorithm process. And so now, for those that are having pages, please don't be discouraged. There are people watching you, and the reactions are really doesn't matter, and the viewership doesn't really matter at this moment now, because Facebook has done it in a bit that they want to also make money. So they want you to boost every post of yours for those using pages, and so they limit your post to your friends. So you can have 1,000 friends. Facebook will decide to just show it to 500 people. If you want that post to trend more, you have to boost it by paying. And so it's a business he's also doing. That's why he makes his money. And so you don't really have to, if you're not in quote that kind of personality that is a president, a footballer, please be calming down. Don't kill yourself. Just take it easy. And you're going to get your message across. I mean, so to all those out there, I sincerely wish you well, and do well in whatever you are doing, and let your brand speak for you as a side business. Get it going and don't give up.
Get it going and don't give up. Get it moving to be a side business for you. Don't never give up. Keep pushing, and you're going to get the right people coming on board for you. Right, let's get ready for a hashtag for today. What were you able to glean from all that was shared with Frank? Bring it up and let's move on. Right, so there we go. Our hashtag for today. What do you want to be known for?
Yeah.
What do you want to be known for? Right. What do you
Of course, it's a good hashtag. In fact, it cuts across everywhere. Because you can't just walk into a university and say you don't know what you are coming to study. It doesn't work. We all do the course we selected during our SHS and all that. So anyway.
I know what you selected for. So definitely be known for what you've selected to be known for. And make sure you build that brand for that purposes. Don't confuse us. Let's know you for what you have stated to before, and then let the followers follow you and give you all that support. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are watching us from. And it's always full of energy having Frank Addo in the house, and he's going to let you know everything that you need to know about social media, because he's the social media strategist, and that is what he's known for. And he gives you all that you need to know about your social media, and he just did that. So if you're just joining us, don't worry, get back to the start of the program and watch all that has happened over the short time that we had Frank here. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to be here same time next week on the same platform with another guest, also going to blow us away with some wisdom nuggets. My name is Ambassador Ben Mumuswansan, and I always say dreams are in level. Make sure you get to the top level of your dream. Till we meet same time next week, have a wonderful week, and go and make your brand stand out.